if you talk too much, you might get caught in a half-truth, which clearly has happened here. And so, Jason may be a little less revealing next time. That's a distinct possibility.
Well, not being clear now, I think, has Tavon Austin and some other players a little bit irritated with how he left it open to deduce that it was his fault.
That could be true, and then that would, again, that's hot seat related too. That would then test what we know for a decade to be the case about Jason Garrett and his players, which is they trust him, they believe in him, they don't think the cliches are just cliches, and they play hard for him. I don't see that changing, frankly. I don't think any of this is a crisis because I recognize that the same thing happens on winning teams. I think I think, and if I'm a Cowboy fan, I guess I hope, that this is more about us than it is about them.
Yeah, well, when you become a losing team, it's usually because a bunch of the small details and preparation and focus and intensity have kind of gotten lost, isn't it?
True, and then maybe you won games because there was the same screw up on details, but you won it. Or maybe a player took it upon himself to say, I know the rightest thing to do. That certainly happened. But look at the Tavon Austin thing. Let's examine this for a minute. How many yards was he going to get if he decides to go rogue and return the punt northwest out of bounds?
15 yards.
Yeah, somewhere between 10 and 55.
And by the way, it is possible, as we look at the freeze frame in the video, the 55 is not impossible, General.
No.
You're not being facetious, right?
No, 2 blocks and make a guy miss. You probably get in there.
Jeffrey, they did set up. It does look like a picket fence down the left side, doesn't it?
Yes, my only issue with that is I think part of that picket fence is because he put his hand in the air, which makes people stop running. So by the time he's caught it, we see a team that's like, oh my God, they were nowhere near him, because when his hand went up, they went, okay, we're good. He's fair catch.
That's a very fair pro-Garrett point. Thank you for being. You are so biased towards protecting Garrett, Jeffrey. It's not even funny.
Okay, so they all would have been.
Sick of it, Fish. I'm sick of Jeff just saying Garrett's not the problem.
They all could have been 4 or 5 yards further down the field if his hand never went up.
No, that's totally fair. So let's say 10 yards. 10 yards is real, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're 10 yards closer, which puts you at the what?
45 on the other side.
Okay, and then there's 7. You ate up. There were 17 seconds when he fielded it. Is that right or no? Yeah, 17.
17, yep.
Okay, so you eat up 4 seconds?
Probably.
So, this doesn't mean you win.
No.
You're at the 45 with 13 seconds left. You still got to somehow throw a 35-yard touchdown pass somewhere, maybe. But the scrutiny might be overdrawn. We might be a little overwrought over it. We might be gnashing our.
All right, I had enough.
Wringing our hands.
Here we go, guys. Tuesday. 2 down there. 3 to go. All right. You know what? I thought about. You know what? There is a known fact that it doesn't matter how many passing yards you get. It doesn't matter what Dak Prescott does. It doesn't matter how many times Dak Prescott gets our team down the field and score touchdowns. All of that doesn't matter. If you don't have a running game, you can't win ball games. Isn't that something? You can score 40 points by passing. If you don't have a run game and a defense, I talked about defense yesterday, but I had to throw that in there to prove my point. If you don't have running game or defense, you cannot win ball games. Dak Prescott can throw for 500 yards, 6 touchdowns, and it won't work. It does not work. Now, the question of today. The title of this video, this live stream. The topic. What is the matter with Ezekiel Elliott? Is it Zeke's fault? Has he already lost it? He got his money. Highest paid running back in the league, $90 million running back. Is he happy now? I already know the answer. I just want to hear everybody else's opinion. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. You see that's the difference between my channel and those other jabroni channels. They think everything that come out of their mouth is right. They don't care about your opinion. Their opinion is the only ones that matters. See, I like to hear other people's opinion because you need opinions to survive. You need help. You get what I'm saying? There's 11 guys on the football field at the same time. One player can't do it by themselves. You need help. Now, let me explain to you what's going on with this running game. And this is without any screens in front of me. This is without film, anything. This is all freestyle, diehard Cowboy fan for almost 40 years. This is from experiences on different levels. I didn't play running back, but I know a little something about it. Now, Dak Prescott had let's just go ahead and say he had 400 yards passing. Three touchdowns to 3 different receivers last week. He had a phenomenal game. Almost perfect game. If it wasn't for that interception he threw, that Hail Mary at the end, but we're not going to count that one because that was out of desperation, and that was the last play of the game. And 9 times out of 10, when you throw a Hail Mary in the back of the end zone, it's going to come down as an interception because you got 40 guys in the damn end zone. But anyway, Dak Prescott had all them yards, had a wonderful performance. And Zeke only had 47 yards rushing. Now the passing protection is flawless. Y'all notice that? Because in order for Dak Prescott to throw for 400 yards, he's got to have time, right? Right? Okay. Clue number 1. So, the passing protection is A+, A-, A+, around there. Run blocking, I'll tell you. The run blocking, this will let you know, guys, that the Dallas Cowboys no longer have the best the best offensive line in football. They got to stop saying that. They're aging. They're not. Now, most of running back yards, go back and watch the game. Look at Cook. Most of his runs were to the inside. Right or left, not too much outside. I mean, it was a little bit, but back in the day when Emmitt Smith, most of his rushing yards were up the middle, up the gut. That's where the running back gets all of his yards, up the gut. Unless he has no choice but to run to the outside. There is no running back who wants to run to the outside because there's a lot of speed out there. When you run to the outside, you got the outside linebackers, you got the secondary, you got the nickel DBs. There's too much speed out there for a running back to run. A running back rather had a nice hole right up the gut, right up the middle, whether it's to the left or to the right. Right behind, right in between the guard and the center. That's where you get the meat. That's where the meat and potatoes of the running back rushing yard is. You get what I'm saying? Ezekiel Elliott cannot run anything to the middle, to the inside, to the gut, in between the center and the guard. Why? Connor Williams is on one side. He's not quite there yet as a guard. Zach Martin is on the other. Arguably the best guard in football, but he's not 100% healthy. Travis Frederick is at the center. He's not like he used to be back in 2016. See what I'm saying? So, when we had that 2016 line, Zeke was running all over the place. We had Lurie in the guard. They were all healthy. They were younger. It's easier to pass block than it is to run block. To make a long story short, to pass block, all you gotta do is sit back and create a pocket. That's it. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's easier for them to do that. Running, you gotta actually do some work. You gotta use some leg power, foot speed, all that technique, all that shit. All that comes into a play. You gotta actually move guys, open some holes up. You get what I'm saying? So, before you blame Zeke, now, there's one thing I can blame Zeke for. I'm gonna get there in a minute. I gotta finish this offensive line talk first. It is easier to create a pocket than it is to open holes. Now, against the Giants, it was easy. You know, against the Redskins, it was easy. Hell, against the Eagles, it was easy. Against the Dolphins, it was easy. But when you play them teams that got some linebackers and pretty good defensive, a pretty good front seven, you're gonna have trouble. Our line is aging, guys. Dak Prescott has all day to throw that ball. They're wonderful at pass blocking, but they're losing us. They're losing games at the front, in the trenches, when it comes down to open those holes. They'll open up, but they'll close really quick. That is why Ezekiel Elliott is not getting the yardage. That is why it looks like he's suffering. It looks like Ezekiel Elliott is a suffering back when you don't have an offensive line that can create running back holes. Now, Ezekiel Elliott is not off the hook. He's not, by a long shot. He's not off the hook. He still don't have that burst he used to have. If you're going to take it up the middle and there's not a hole, you got to be able to run somebody over. He can't run nobody over no more. First guy that get to him is the first guy that tackles him. He can't break them tackles no more. I remember making an argument about Zeke, man, being the best running back in football, him being able to turn a negative into a positive. I haven't seen that this year at all. So, guys, it starts with the offensive line. And then Zeke. See, back in the Emmett days, we had the Great Wall of Dallas. And plus, we had Daryl Johnston. We had Daryl Moose Johnston leading the way. See, that was a different breed of players. It was a different scheme back then. Emmitt Smith was able to run the daylight up the gut, around the corner, around the end. It didn't matter. They were excellent run blockers, and they were excellent pass blockers. We need run blockers on this team if we're going to be a run-first offense. Our offense is designed for the run. It is. Now we've been having to pass, and be one-dimensional. Be one-dimensional. See, these other teams, their defensive coordinators, their defensive schemes, they got hip to the game. They saw us back in 2016, 17, hell, a little bit last year, 18, when we were able to take over games with the run. They said, oh, no, you take Zeke away, you can beat the Cowboys. And that's what happened. That's what's going on right now. They completely taken Zeke out of the game. They know how to do it. They know how to clog up the middle. They clog it up. They clog it up. They know how to clog up the middle to stop Zeke. That's their first priority right there. And once they do that, that's why it takes us so long to score. Because we're one-dimensional. We're already one-dimensional before we even take the first snap. We're already a beaten team before we take the first snap. Because they already got a stamp in their head saying, we got to stop Zeke. Got to stop Zeke. And they do it. Because our offensive linemen aren't healthy enough or don't have the ability to run block. That's it. That's the bottom line right there. You cannot win ball games without a running game, without a defense, and without a running game. I don't care how many passing yards you got, how many touchdowns Dak Prescott throw. Can't run a game without you can't win a game without a defense or a running game. Running game is it's old school, man. It's bread and butter. It's back to the drawing board. If you can't pass, all else fails, you can run the ball. We can't run the ball. That's why I say every week we in trouble. And now Connor Williams is having knee surgery. So who knows how long he's going to be out. So we're going to have Follow in there, which he did okay last season when he stepped in for Connor Williams, because Connor Williams was hurt last season too. So I don't know what y'all think about that, but I just thought I'd get that out there real quick, just to put that on your brain, because it's true. It's true. Hey, what's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all joining me, man. I just thought I'd get that out. He played better than Connor Williams. Yeah, he stayed hurt. He was hurt last year. I was watching highlights. I went back. I was watching highlights last night when I got in, and I watched a lot of games. I watched the Rams game last year when we were in the playoffs, and how the defensive line, they just clogged the middle up. They all went to the middle, and they just beat Zeke. They just beat his ass, and that's how you beat the Cowboys. You make Dak win games, and Dak still could have won that game last Sunday night. But what did the Cowboys do? They said, "Oh, we got Zeke back there, guys. I paid him all that money. Let's get him involved. He only got 40-something yards. We got to get him involved." See, they were able to. The Vikings were able to get their running game going because they have the ability to create holes. Because we don't have a pass. We don't have we really don't have a defensive line when it comes down to facing good teams. So now we're back to we don't have a defensive line again. Where were they when Cook was running the ball? Where were the hot boys? They didn't even get I don't even think they got did they get a sack? I don't even think Kirk Cousins hit the ground. If he did, I don't remember. If he did, it didn't matter because we lost. One sack, okay. I think I remember that sack too. Yeah, they got one sack out of the whole game. So, that lets you know something right there, man. Offensive line is a healthy offensive line is very important, and you can tell our guys aren't healthy. They're not healthy, man, and they're not able to create the space for a running back to run the daylight, and that's why Ezekiel Elliott is having a hard time. That's why he's having a hard time, because I've supported, and I still think Zeke is one of the best running backs in football. Does it seem like he's lost a step? Yeah. The way Cook was explosively hitting those holes for his team, Zeke used to do that. I remember when Zeke used to be like that. But it seems like he's gotten older, and he's gotten a little conservative. Now he's only 1 year older than Cook. I mean, Cook came in what? Zeke came in 16. Cook came in 17. So, and Cook was hurt earlier part of his when he first got in the game. So, I don't know. Zeke, he needs a little bit more power to his run. It's almost too finesse for me. Hey, I appreciate y'all joining me, man. Q, what's up, man? Who else we got? Willie Lou, what's up? Man, I got some people in here today. Thomas Garrett, what's up, bro? Yeah, they got to create some things when it comes down just to get. If they want to get Zeke involved, they got to create some things. They really do. It's not working. And you got to have Cowboys 1st and 10. What's up, man? You got to have a run game, man. They got to create something, man. They got to get in the scheme, and they really got to do their homework to try to get this running game going. That's the only way we're going to become not one-dimensional. Because right now, it's Dak Prescott's team. And he ain't even got a contract yet. Right now, it's Dak Prescott's team. And Dak haven't even got paid yet. So, that lets you know something right there. So, I'm tired like Zeke. We look 8-8. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right now we do. And these losses, they sting, man. You don't want to lose. It's hard to lose the way we lost those 3 in a row, and it's hard to lose. It's hard to get over the loss from the Vikings because we were right there, and you cannot trust when you can't trust the coaching staff. You're in trouble, man, because they're the ones that are supposed to put you in the best position to win ball games, and when you can't trust them, oh man. You are in trouble. All these losses were very winnable. Very winnable, man. What the fuck? Stupid ass dude, man. Yeah, all these losses were very winnable, man. And it's just you don't forget about the kicker. Yeah, same thing go for the kicker, man. You can't put it all on him, no. The kicker is not supposed to be in that position anyway to make 50, 60-yard field goals. I know Maher's missed some close ones too, but he's made some big ones for us. And there's nobody else out there. If you can find somebody else out there, man, that can do better than Maher that's available, let me know. We can sign him real quick. We can sign him, but until then, we got to roll with what we got. And Maher shouldn't be. Don't depend on your kicker to win ball games. He should not be in that predicament. That's just the bottom line when it comes down to the kicker. But that's pretty much all I got, man. I'm not gonna be on here long, guys. I just want to talk about. I just want to know what y'all thought about the Ezekiel Elliott. Do a lot of you guys blame him, or is it the line, or just how do y'all feel about that, man? I really want to know. Don't seem like he's in football shape. Yeah, Cowboys. Yep, we stuck with Carrot to at least the end of the season. Yep, that's right, Q. People crazy today. What you breaking for, man? Get off the phone. Hell, I'm on the phone now. But yeah, man, it's I don't know, man. What's up? Ronnie, what's up, man? No explosiveness. Yeah, man. It's all about being aggressive too. I was watching Cook run, man, and he was hitting those holes so hard. But his holes were there though. If you have holes to hit them. And that's what he was doing. And we just don't have them. They just weren't there. You can't blame your running back when there's nothing there when there's no holes that exist. I got to put it on the O-line first. I know Zeke got his issues, man. He's not the same. We all agree on that. But, when it comes down to this running game, period, man, I gotta go with the O-line, the lack of. And you can put anything behind lack of. Traps and counters. Yeah, but when they get back there so fast. See, traps and counters, man, you got to have a little time, just a little time for them to set up. Because obviously, one of your linemen, your guard, or somebody's got to pull and to get the trap started. You get what I'm saying? So that's what's been killing us. That's what's been killing us, man. He lost field vision. Exactly. LA, good point. Very good point. I wanted to talk about that too. I was watching film on some games yesterday, and Zeke had a specific assignment, meaning a hole to run through, and that hole closed really quick. But there was a gap. He could have cut back. There's always a cutback lane. In a split second, there's always a cutback lane. And he's lost that vision to be able to cut back on that lane. So it's just, man, that's why I say about 80% is the line, about 20% of it is Zeke. So it's like an 80-20 thing going on with this run game. Barry Sanders was a human joystick. He was a human cheat code. His name alone is just that Barry Sanders he didn't need a line. I mean, he was able to make things happen on his own. They don't make running backs like that anymore. Bo Jackson, Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith. They were able to be, Emmitt Smith was believe it or not, Emmitt Smith was a powerful back. He wasn't the fastest thing in the world, but he knew how to hit those holes. He had very good vision. He was consistent, and he was powerful too. He could break tackles. So that's why he's the leading rusher all time. He's got that all-time record would never be broken because the game has changed so much. Running backs, they come out of the game too much. They don't play whole games, all that stuff. So it's always a 1-2 punch nowadays. So Emmitt Smith's record would never be broken. But those backs I just named, man, they were a different type of beast, different type of monster, man. They don't make them like that anymore. That's like a once-in-a-lifetime type thing right there. You're not going to get a good back like that anymore. Saquon Barkley's pretty good too. He's like Barry at times, but no. But he's going to be something special if he keeps it up. He's just playing for the wrong team. Of bounce that, yeah, exactly. But it's like they have a spy when he bounce out. When Zeke tries to bounce out to the outside, the linebackers are there. They're waiting on him, and that's what that 4-6 in the box defense. When you load the box, man, it's just in case. It's just in case your defensive line can't stop them, and they got those linebackers. They got the strong safeties that come up, and they're actually spying the run. They're spying. You got about 4 spies out there waiting, just like they used to spy Michael Vick. Try to spy Michael Vick. They're spying Ezekiel Elliott. They're completely taking him out of the game, and that's what they've done. And that's why we've been struggling to win ball games, because they have taken us out of the damn game, running game wise. Paulo, what's up? All the way from Brazil, man. Appreciate you, bro. I can't say I'd rather have Saquon than Zeke, because Zeke is a very smart back. But right now, he's one of those running backs that has to have a block. If he has a good block, he's going to run the day like he's going to get 120-something yards. But that's why he hasn't been, y'all notice? Zeke has been getting 100-something yards, but he hasn't been scoring. He only got 6 touchdowns because there's nothing up the gut. See, in order to score on the goal line, this proves my point again. This proves my point I made earlier. In order to score on the goal line, you have to have a good center and good guards to be able to push that, open up holes and push that defensive line back. We haven't been able to do that because our center and guards are not healthy. That's just the bottom line. I mean, that's it. That's why we've been passing, RPOs, everything. We've been doing what we had to do to score the touchdown in the red zone, in the goal line. If the running game, if we had a good O-line, let me just say this. I'm not going to say it good, because we got a good O-line. But if our run blocking was the way it's supposed to be, is where it's supposed to be, those running plays that we called would have worked in the Viking game. They would have worked. They didn't work because of lack of. Those plays that were called, they were designed to work, but they didn't work. So that's why it seemed like, oh, the coaching. The coaches had no idea that the shit wasn't gonna work. They just called it, hey man, you know, we got a good line, but it hasn't been working out. My thing is, it hasn't been working all night. So why do we? It could have worked then, but it hasn't been working all night. So why do we? It hasn't been, exactly, yeah. It hasn't been working all night. So why they do it? Dak Prescott was prepared to win that ball game yesterday. He was prepared. We have been eating them alive all night with the pass. And I said this yesterday, broken record. We've been eating them alive all night with the pass. They couldn't stop it. Even though they knew we were going to pass, they still couldn't stop it. So why did they decide to run? Why did they decide to do something that didn't work? That's the question. Zeke no longer hungry. I figured since he admitted he's undercooked, but that's, yeah, exactly, man. Damn. CJ, what's up, man? Appreciate it. They don't want to pay Dak. Well, we'll see. We don't know yet, but we'll see. Cowboys Broad, what's up, man? I checked. Yeah, exactly. See, right there. The whole team. Drag routes. Yep, that's a good one. Dak was almost Brady with legs. Almost. Yeah. Yeah, man, I agree. I agree with all y'all, man. Everybody's in the comment section making. That's why I love it, man. I'm sorry I'm driving. I can't read all of them, but everybody are making very good points. That this is Dak's offense now. Dak has proven really fast that he can lead a team, that he can score, he can get the ball downfield, he can create opportunities for his receivers. It's the run game. We can't win you can't win games without a run game or defense. And it's tough when you don't have neither one. Yep. There you go, Robbie. Moving to the locker room. We got to, I don't know. That's a good question, abroad. That's a really damn good question, man. I got the same question. I don't know. It didn't seem like it against the Vikings because he had got us all the way down the field. He had got us to the 11, damn near 10-yard line. We were right there in the red zone, right there. I don't know. That's a really good question. Oh yeah, Jason Garrett always throwing people under the bus. Well, it was Jason Garrett. He called the play with Dak the option to you know, giving Dak the many RPOs. It was an RPO play. So Gary wanted to let you know, oh, that wasn't me. But it's your team, though. It's on your watch, so it don't matter if it was you or not. Shit. You still got to go. Hell, we still need some different shit up in here. And how we know? How we don't know. We weren't on the sideline. How do we know that you didn't call those 3 plays? You know, you really know your team. You really learn about your team when you lose games. You notice that? See, when you're winning, everything is cool. Everything is okay. Everybody's happy. Everybody, oh yeah, what's up, dog? Everybody's in a good mood, even out in the world. When the Cowboys win, everybody's cool, you know. No wrecks on the freeway. Everything's nice and smooth. You're not worried about, oh, okay, a lot of people, not, you know, us, we kind of critique the Cowboys, me, myself. Even when we win, I still go back and watch film and, you know, I still go back and analyze shit on what we could have done better. But not as much. I admit, not as much when we lose. When we lose, I really go back and be like, My wife be like, I'm like, wait a minute, let me rewind that. My kids, they ain't that. I'm like, wait, let me, hold on, I'll be there in a minute. You know, seriously, I'm being honest. When you lose, if you really diehard Cowboy guy, man, and X's and O's type guy, man, you go back and you be like, wait a minute. Damn, if we would have done this, we could have won, you know? And that's just real talk. But when you win, you're like, oh shit, we won. I'm straight. I can relax. I can sit back, I can relax. So when you lose, it really lets you further know what we need to work on. Yep, that's a good point. Until Jerry Jones, yep. I've been saying that for years. But, you know, the fan in me just hopes and prays that, you know, I still got to support my team no matter who the damn coach is, unfortunately. And I still got to hope that the players outplay the coaching staff. And, you know, I have to do that. That's just the fan in me, man. I would love a real coach to get in here and play. I mean, and coach this team and take over the team and say, Jerry, get back, man. You just signed the checks. I got the coaching. That's who Jimmy Johnson was. But look what happened with that situation. So, but I would love that more. Hollywood, what's up, man? Appreciate you joining me. Quincy said, oh, who do we play? He already know we're a wild card team. Damn. See, I can't be confident about anybody. We got the Lions coming up. I can't be confident about that game because I don't know what type of team we're going to get. The Dallas Cowboys are like the box of chocolates, man. You never know what you're going to get. And that, you know why? That's because of coaching. That's why. It's because of coaching. If we had legit coaching in here, man, you know. You notice every other team, dog. Every other team we play, they know what they're gonna do. Let me just pick a team out of the blue. The Vikings. When we played the Vikings, they had a goal. They had an agenda to stop the fucking running game, and they did it. And they had an agenda on offense to run Cook down our throats, and they did it, and they won. We're not like that. You know why? We're not capable of it because of coaching. Cowboys Face, what's up, man? Cowboys Face got a channel, y'all. Y'all go check him out, man. Real good content, man. Y'all make sure y'all look him up. Cowboys Face. Make sure y'all look him up, check him out, show him some love. Yep. Other teams coming here, man, they already know. Look here, man. When they play the Cowboys, they already know what to do. All you got to do is run the ball. All you got to do is stop Zeke, man. I'm telling you. Don't you think the Detroit Lions right now are watching film? They watching film from last week's game? They watching film. Now, granted, you still got to stop it. That's like Jordan. Like back in the day, Jordan did the patent fade away. You knew Jordan was going to back your ass in and fade you up. You still had to stop it. You knew Magic Johnson was going to go down the court with the fast break. You still had to try to stop it. You still got to execute. But don't you think the Detroit Lions right now are watching film on us, on all our weaknesses, right now? All you got to do is run the ball. All you got to do is take Zeke out of the equation, and you can beat the Dallas Cowboys, no matter how good Dak Prescott does. Ain't that something, man? That's what we used to do. When we watched film back in high school, back in college, we used to go down the damn scouting report. We used to look at film on their last game, who they lost to. Oh, okay, this is how they lost to so-and-so. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Hey, man, we just got to do the same thing, bro. We good. We got it. And they come in that bitch confident. We ain't even got home. Ain't no such thing as home field advantage no more. Shit. All they got to do is come in that bitch, have a good start, take our confidence away from us. We're done. We're out of there. Especially on the defense. They like, shit, run up the gut on the Cowboys. Run up the gut. And we'll be victorious. Might put the franchise tag. I heard about that. They might do that. Tackling was horrible. Yeah, that's our fundamentals in coaching, man. Because they don't practice no more. They don't practice. They don't wrap up. They don't know how to tackle, man. All they do is go downfield and shit. They just get on the field and they just miss tackles. They try to hit somebody. I say, man, you can't do that. You got to tackle. You got to wrap up. You got to wrap up. They taught us that back in shit. Pop Warner, man. How to wrap up, angle tackle. We used to do angle tackles, man. Full pads every day. And that was the first thing they taught us, man. When I started playing football, that was the first thing that I don't give a damn what position you was playing. Our first drill was angle tackles. Angle tackles. We would line up. We'll be about 7 yards away from each other, and we meet up. Boom. I mean, full speed. Bam. Angles. That's just the way it was, man. They don't do that no more. Because they scared somebody gonna get hit. They scared somebody gonna get hurt. They paying all these players too much money. Hey guys, Jerry, hey guys, look, I don't want you out there really. You don't want to wrap up. Not in practice. I don't want you tackling. I'm paying these damn guys too much damn money. No more tackling. That's what Jerry said. That's why we get in these games, man, and we can't tackle nobody. Running all over our ass. Dragging our players up the field, man. Hell, he might be a backup now. I ain't seen him on the field. He having problems with his shoulder and his his leg or something like that though, man. He ain't 100%. But we look good against them trash teams though. As soon as we play somebody with some sense, shit, it's over. It's a wrap. Dwayne, what's up, man? He said they'll pull their use fullback. I know, man. I don't know what happened to the fullback. The fullback has become extinct in the NFL, man. That's a good point. Emmitt Smith got a lot of his yards because of Daryl Moose Johnston. Put that fullback back there to help out, man. That Moose opened a lot of holes for Emmitt. But good thing they don't get paid for thinking, man. That's for real. I guess they're gonna. They, you know what? They'll do it too. The fullback position has really just gone away because they'll put 2 tight ends set before they'll put a fullback in there. That's what they'll do. Because they worried about that speed on the outside. Mark Jackson, appreciate it, man. Cool. All right, guys, that's all I got, man. I'm going to get on out of here, man. I'm almost at the crib now. But I appreciate y'all joining me, man. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Zeke and the offensive line, you know, if there's something really wrong with Zeke, or is it the whole line, you know. So I got some good comments. I'm gonna go back and read the comments, guys, and everything. So, you know, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Go back and comment when the video's over. If I didn't read your comment, if I didn't get a chance to read a comment, man, you're more than welcome to go back and put a comment in the comment section after the video, so I can go back and then I can go back and make a comment on it. But that's all I got, guys, man. I appreciate y'all joining me, man. I don't know if I'm going to go live tomorrow or not. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Unless something happens, you know, always something different happen every day. Hey, make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up, because you never know what the day's going to bring you. Holla back. I'm out.